Welcome to Vancouver Animation School. My name is Mario Pochat, and this is the webinar for high school students presenting the program called Digital Entertainment Career Foundations. So you can see my screen. This is who I am. I'm the CEO and founder of VANAS. You can see that from the website. And I'll show you the entire webinar on how to navigate to this page and how to find all the information that you need for this webinar. Pretty exciting stuff. So this is a website. You can see if you go to vanas.ca, then there's a menu called admissions. Under the admissions, you'll find a sub-menu called high schools and dual credit programs. Once you click on that page, then you see the name of the program. It's called Digital Entertainment Career Foundations. And when we say digital, it basically encompasses the animation, VFX, virtual reality, and video game industries. You'll see that repeatedly we have call to actions for you, either if you want to see your eligibility for the program, or if you want to book a meeting with someone from the school to help you. There's also a number down there. If you need something immediate that can't wait, you call the school and then someone can help you. If you scroll down on the website, you'll find that there's two main icons. The one on the left, it is for the art foundations. The one on the right, it is for the technology foundations. Both are with the same structure, but you'll see that the curricula changes from one to the other one. It says full program 9 months, full program 9 months. So I'm going to start with the one on the left, because this is how we structure things in the industry. First, you start with the foundations, and then you move on to the technology side of things in the industry. So I'll go through the art foundations, and I'll show you at the end, I'll show you the technology foundations, how that changes on the curricula only. So if you click on this one, now you are going to be taken to the main page for the program. And it's only one single page. You have all the information that you need in one single location, and that's on this page. You'll notice that you're going to have the same CTAs, the call to action. If you need some help, you click on these ones, and then someone can reach out to you and give you information. Down below, you're going to see that there's a navigation menu, and this shows you how the website page it is structured. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections on the page. So at any time, you'll see that that sticks on the top of the page and stays there with you, so you can navigate the page at ease. So let's go one by one. The introduction for this program, again, dual enrollment for high school students that are interested and committed in animation, effects, and games. This one specifically, we teach them three terms of concept art, 3D modeling, and 2D animation. What they do is that through online live classes, meeting online and live, they learn the production methods used in the industry. So it is very specialized as a program that you'll be meeting with people from the industry that I'll show you in 1 second. Now, also getting more details here, we have drawing foundations. They will be creating inorganic and organic 3D models. And as soon as they get into motion and animation, they're going to learn the principles of 2D computer animation. Very interesting, very exciting. It's hands-on. And at the end of the program, anyone that successfully passes with a letter B minus, that equates to 73%. They can go on either into an apprenticeship, or they can continue to the post-secondary diploma programs that we have at VANAS. You keep on going down below to the next section, you'll find some information that is very important for you to understand. Who should attend this certificate? You'll see it says students in high school grade 11 and 12 that are 16 years of age or older. That means if you're in Canada, that's basically what the ages and the grades they match to. If you're outside the country, you're from any other country, make sure that you meet at least that age requirement. That it would be very, very important. Now, the target student, and you'll see some of the keywords here. This is a course for individuals that are committed to this program. It's high quality. It's precise in the curriculum. It's specialized, and it allows students to actually get industry knowledge while in high school. Now, typically, like grade 9, 10, or even earlier, high school students, they have already been exposed to games and coding and maybe animation, right? And that's fine at that age. Once they come to this program, they have to be committed, like they made a choice that this is for me. On the last box, you'll see that we have this one, who would not be our target student. So anyone that's looking for fine arts, visual arts, it is not what we teach. Anybody who's looking for any specialty, we don't do that. It's more general knowledge. However, very keen in the animation effects and video games. Down below, you'll see why we do it like this. The alumni from the diploma programs, they work in many studios in key cities like Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, San Francisco, New York, and so on. So this is why we have this program and those requirements. Some of the quick facts that anyone can look into the certificate. It's so there's 3 terms. We call them those ones terms. Each one's 3 months. So that would be 9 months in duration. Then every week, it's about 15 hours with the classes, with the activities, and with the homework. Typically, there's a range for that, but we find that 15 hours per week. You're going to see the total hours is 743. And the duration for the program would be 9 months. Also in pink, you can see this program, the profile for the students would be 70% on the creative ability. That means imagination, drawing, right, ideas. And then technically, we use a computer for, some of the terms. And it's just the beginning on the computer use, on all that technical abilities. 30% would suffice. So that means that anyone that knows how to draw on pencil and paper, or they have, they're very creative, they have, big imagination. So this Art Foundations program will transition them slowly from traditional to digital. There's a video on that same page. You can see how VANAS works. You can watch that video later on, and more information when this program starts. So you have 4 intakes per year, typically, fall, winter, spring, and summer. Now this fall intake, like the one that's coming up here, would be the spring intake. And you're gonna see that it says round 1, 2, and 3. So the rounds are specifically because we do have scholarships for the programs. And then you have deadlines to apply before the scholarship is given away. So this is, the information is posted. On the round number 3, then there's no more scholarships available. There's a counter for you to really put that in perspective. There's 13 days for the spring deadline. And then down below on that note for the scholarship, there's a button that says apply for a scholarship. If you do that one, then it opens on a new page, and then you see a form on information that we need. Now, the scholarships you have to apply, there's a process for this, but I want to show you how and what happens if you click on that button. Then down below, you'll see the schedule. Now, the schedule it is typically like this. There is the calendar. You can see the whole year. There is from September, which is the fall session, all the way till the last day of that year. And then we start somewhere in between September and October. These times or deadlines or dates, they can't change. So that's why we have like term 1, 2, 3, and then you notice that we have the Northern Hemisphere for evening classes, and we have the Southern Hemisphere for the morning classes. You'll see them published on the website. Like this one says Mondays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And you also see that we have the morning classes as we go. And all those ones are open based on enrollment from different countries and time zones. Down below, you'll see the industry teachers. Each one of them, they work in studios, producing the latest movies and the games that you watch and play. You can see there's a full faculty for this. This is just a preview. If you click on that link, you can see the full faculty. Now down below, it tells you the style for learning for this specific certificate. It's face-to-face online. That means that it's always live. It's very interactive. There's no pre-recorded things or static content. It's always moving. The online campus and the technology that we have is very dynamic. So once you enroll online, you'll be accessing the campus and accessing the community that we have online. So you'll be expanding all that, even from that age, from grade 11 and 12 or 16 years of age. It's important that you're using the latest tools, the latest software, the latest technology, and chatting and then building this network for your career. Now, getting more into the details of that. The classes are online, as I mentioned, live. There are very small classes, typically eight students per one teacher. So that's very nice. We force them like that in a way because we have like one-on-one attention on each one of the students. So very important that our small classes. Then there's 2 live sessions per week. You can see it right there. And in each hour or each session is 1 hour. There's additional live support classes like homework classes to assist on the during the week. But the idea is that every time that you show up for class, there's a lecture, there's a review, and there's homework classes that you may need to attend depending on where you are in the program. Now for the workload on the assignments, and every week you'll see that the whole thing is online, all the online activities. You'll be doing work on your computer from your home. And every week has assignments and deadlines. That means that every Monday, the week starts, there's a new assignment. And by Sunday, then you have to complete that deadline or milestone. Now you'll see that there's a range for this program between 5 and 15 hours per week. The range would be because some students may have experience, some students may not have an experience, so you give them a range of that. Again, the schedules, we mentioned that they would be listed on top in this same page, would be also listed on the application form. And then we allow that anyone could be working at the same time as studying. Believe it or not, that's what's happening. Also, like we have high school students in that are working at that age, right? So that's these programs allows them to do all that at the same time. Now going down below, this is the outline for the program. And each one of these boxes is 3 months. So 3 months on the first one, 3 months on the middle one, and then the last one will be 3 months, making that for a total of 9 months. So first thing would be, we call that software foundations and preparation. So this is important for students to transition from pencil and paper into digital drawing. Here's the description. And then we transition them from static drawings into static 3D models. And this one complements their previous learning subjects, which is very amazing to see how the computer now helps you to fix your perspective or fix your drawings in a way that you would not imagine. So this is where you start seeing how the computer helps you to become a better artist. Now, the last term, now that they have static drawings, static models, they get for the first time into motion. And we start with 2D animation, which is basically flat animation. You can see we have, again, there's a way of drawing for animation different from any other medium. And they also analyze, study, and learn about the animation principles. That means how the body works, how do we move, why do we move, how do we act, and so on. So that's all in that first year. You keep on going down below, you'll see the requirements. Again, very important to see the requirements right here. Would be, you have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first one, again, would be the age. Again, grade 11, 12, 16 years of age or older for that. Now, very important note from the ministry here is that any student who's applying for a loan, then there's restrictions that they have from the from student ABC in this case, and different provinces will have different restrictions. So make sure you follow that. We're just giving you a hint on the BC loans, how they work, and what they need to see. There's an assessment test that we have as part of the application form. We ask them about their computer knowledge, like internet knowledge, and so on. You can see like English, reading and writing skills on that test to understand where they are at and their abilities with the computer and the language. Again, because this is an online program, it's important for us to know that they can log into classes, they know how to use the internet, they know how to go to websites, find information, and so on. Portfolios, no portfolio would be required. This is a Foundations hands-on certificate course. Although, if you're applying for a scholarship, then we want to see work from high school, for sure. The program is fully offered in English. So there's an English proficiency requirement. We have to know that you know how to speak in English, write in English, and then we typically evaluate that with a telephone, video call, or in-person interview. So these ones are the requirements. Down below, these are the system requirements. We tell you exactly what you need to have for this course. Important is that the students are responsible for supplying their own computer software and hardware. So we tell you what you need. We'll give you also, the academic discounts for you to use that software as a student or hardware. And you can see, I'm just going to mention a few. So either a Mac or a Windows system that has an NVIDIA graphics card for games and animation. Then we use Photoshop, we use 3D software and animation software like Maya. If you have a dual screen, would be even better. We need a webcam for sure. You need Wi-Fi or internet access for sure. And then we use sculpting software in 3D, and we use animation software in 2D. We also have a store. If you click on this one, it's going to take you to the store. We have all this is listed for you. You can purchase that from the store, or you can go to your local store and then get that software and hardware. But we'll help you with that process depending on what you need and where you live. Okay, so the accreditations, so fully accredited, meaning that any student gets dual credits that they can use as a pathway for post-secondary education. Whatever their choice, they may want to go for to university. They want to come to our post-secondary programs at VANAS. The idea is that now they have the skills and they have also the credentials for them to pursue their education and the work, the professional side as well. Keep on going down and you see the tuition. It's nice and simple. Right here it says we offer a premium higher education right here, which is very important to understand. And this is the tuition for the program. That's the 9 months of the program. It is intensive. It is, again, specialized in the sense that we're for the industry. You'll be meeting with teachers from studios like Disney, Sony, Epic Games, Microsoft, and so on. So this is where the commitment that I mentioned before, it happens, right? So it is for someone that has been doing maybe animation before, and they say, this is what I want. Down below, there is a couple of financing plans, and you can see how you can pay. There's two options, pay A or B. A would be one payment of that amount. If you need financing, then there's 3 payments, 1 per term, and it goes up slightly. But then you find a nice way of financing that education. There is also convenience fees. We do not charge those fees, but we make you aware that these fees are from your card processing, like Visa and MasterCard. They charge fees for that. And then we pass the fee on to you. Make sure that you are aware of that. Then some people pay the deposits, their transfers, wire transfers, or they use flat fee services like this one. So this is just an example on how to do all that for sure. And by then, this is the end of the page. So again, all the information, it is in there. And I want to show you the other one right here. So this is the same structure, but I want to jump onto the curriculum that is on this page. And now the technology one, that is this one. See, so this is the tech. You can see it right on the title. And same structure, same format, but the curricular content, it changes as well. Term 1. Now, they go through 3D animation, which it's a bit more technical, and also we call that a bit heavier, or processing for the computer. Like the students will be going through learning 3 perspective, 3 axis, and they start animating now in this new environment for 3D animation. They go through the same preparation for the drawing, but then the animation principle will change for 3D animation purposes. The one in the middle, this is all about effects. So if you see movies like, Transformers, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, like there's always snow and rain and explosions and so on. So all those are called visual effects for film and games as well. So in this term, they go through producing visual effects. And again, you can read the description later on your own time. But now they're introduced to a new software called Houdini. So this is physics. It's basically physics and coding for the entertainment industry. The last term for that year would be the introduction to game design. Again, they're going to be using a software called Unity, which is a game engine, and also Unreal. They use that, most of the games, Unity and Unreal. And again, they're meeting with teachers from that industry to design simple games at the beginning, and they can evolve into something more complex. But again, just like that, you see that the program now changed from the artistic into the technological aspect of the industry. The rest of the program would be the same. This is what it only changes between both. Same intakes, same tuition, same learning style, different teachers, obviously, and you can just travel through these ones. The admissions stay the same. You can transfer it from one program to the other one. From the arts to the technology, you can take one only if you know what you are good at, and then focus on that one. And like that, I can come to an end to this webinar. If anybody has any questions, this is your chance to ask them, and I can be answering those ones live. All right, there's a question here that says, what about the apprenticeships? Yeah, so at the end of the program, they graduate with a portfolio. And portfolios, they look like something like this. I mean, just show you a couple of things. So they have portfolios that they present the evidence of work. So this is a competency-based program that at the end, they have something tangible. Now, this would be an example. This would be a thumbnail for creating environments. Then we do a lot of, live drawing and the human anatomy. So with the portfolio, they get to choose when they're 19, let's say, they get to choose, can I get an apprenticeship at a studio? And then many studios, they offer junior positions, internships, or apprenticeships. And they take their portfolio and they present it just as any other application. They apply to that studio. And with the evidence of their work, now they can show their skills and would be eligible for that if the studio allows them, right? At the end, the studio decides who they pick for that position. The apprenticeships typically happen in, again, would be in Vancouver, BC, where there's a big industry for movies and games, either Toronto and Montreal. If you're in between those cities, there is also new studios emerging, and they need, they need a lot of talent for sure. So the possibilities are there. Okay, other questions? Right, dual enrollment. Okay, so dual enrollment means that, let me go back to this page. Let me go back to the accreditation on here, down there. Okay, so typically when you are in your high school and you're in grade 11 and 12, like we recommend that you talk to your teachers about this program and say, listen, I am interested in taking that, that program from VANAS about digital entertainment. We may establish contact with your school, and then from there, from that conversation, it stems into more things like we have some schools that they allow I'd say the student to attend these classes if they conflict with the high school. Some schools, they don't allow that, so we have to have the classes at the in the evenings. But at the end, what you will receive, it's a full transcript saying the many hours that you've taken, the subjects that you've taken, with the grades, and also the specifics of that program. This gets presented at the high school as well, and then they know what you're doing. And then once you make that decision into post-secondary, those credentials, that's what you present either for university or any other post-secondary institution. They have to see that. And being accredited is one of the benefits. They can see all the details and they can contact us for those transfers for sure. Any other questions? Admissions. Again, let me go back to this one. So you click on the admissions button. Very simple, very self-explanatory. You can see, again, grade 11 and 12. Just make sure that you're in there. If you're grade 10, we may consider. If you're grade 9, you may be too young for this, right? We recommend that you use other resources like resources in your school for learning animation, and then assembling also, portfolio or something like that. Then if you happen to be, 17, that's fine. If you happen to be 15, we'd like to see your work and your level of, I guess, understanding on what you know about the animation games and effects. But then older than 19, then you may not be eligible for the loans and things from the ministry in this case, because we need to play within the limitations and the rules. So again, just look at grade 11, 12, and 16 years of age or older. If you are 19 plus, and for some reason you are still in high school, then you could come with us, but for loans and all that, they would not be able to do anything on the ministry side. The assessment test, it's a test, takes about half an hour to complete. You can do it on your own pace. You click on the apply button and the test launches. Right. Again, we need to ensure that you know how to access the internet, you know how to distinguish, the browser Chrome from Firefox, or how to download assets like a PDF. Right. We need to make sure that you know how to do that. For portfolios, there's nothing required. It would be nice to see it. However, if you're applying for a scholarship, then you do need to show your work for that. And language, also very simple. If you are a native speaker, then you're in automatically. If you happen to be from a high school outside an English-speaking country, then we just have to know your understanding of English. So that's this one. Okay, we're over time. Let's just do one more question. Okay, difference again between the art and the technology. So like every person is different. They're typically more artistic, or they would be more technological. So this is the art foundations. You can see we're teaching digital drawing, 3D digital modeling, and then digital animation. So it's all about drawing and creativity. Once they go to the technology, which is here, now this one's all about doing the work with the computer, right? But now they're gonna have like industry software that's a bit more complex, has a lot more buttons to press and so on. And that combined with the assignments like 3D animation, right? Every time that you watch a movie like Moana, that would be 3D animation. Most likely any game that you play on Xbox or PlayStations, most likely that would be a 3D animation product. The games that you guys play on the phone most likely would be a 2D animation game. Again, the effects, highly technical. You need to know physics. You need to know how the world works, like nature, right? To produce rain, snow, sun, rays, magic, like Harry Potter movies, and explosions and all these things that you see. Again, movies and games, they have a lot of that for sure. And then the last one, this is just foundations of coding, combined with, again, the engines like Unity and Unreal. So these two engines is what's being used in the industry, and we're teaching all that. So again, thinking about simplistic is like, this is all about art, drawing, almost like pencil and paper in digital form. And then this one, it's all about computers and technology to produce the digital assets that we're working with. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. Well, thank you everyone for coming. It's been a pleasure. Again, my name is Mario, and you can go to this page. I'll show you quickly how to get there. If you go to vanas.ca, then the menu would be high schools. You click on that, and there is a contact information here, there, and down here, and the two programs that we've seen. Have an amazing Tuesday, and hopefully we'll see you soon.